Hello there. I'm going to join the wide community of Minecraft streamers. I love this game. I love playing modded Minecraft, though I am embarrassed to admit I never really make it past the mid game, so hopefully this will be our first foray into something. Playing here FTB Interactions. I think this mod pack has been out for about 2 years now. It's gregtech based, which means there should be a lot of grind in it. And my experience with gregtech is pretty limited, so that'll be fun. I know the advice is automate everything, and do some scale. I have played a little bit of this pack, but we'll be starting a new world. I haven't really made it out of the initial part. So we'll see what happens here. Call this my YouTube adventure. I'm Kenshin, by the way. At least that's what the people on the internet call me. I am going to turn on cheats just in case something happens and I need them. This does change the set home command, so I just have to be kind of cautious with that. And for the world generator seed, I like to put fun things in here. So we're going to name it Kitty after my kitty, who has a real name, but we call Kitty so much she thinks her name is Kitty. So let's get started. Water bottles, don't drain the water source. Fill up a cauldron basin. Oh, I did not know that. This ice thing's interesting. So if you're new to this pack, I'm gonna have probably a couple episodes of knowledge where we're in this void world, and then when we get to the overworld, I'm not gonna know anything. So this is starts off looking like a skyblock pack, which I was very confused because this is an adventure pack. But you start off in this overworld, the void world. There's all these quest logs in here. I'm pretty good at reading quest descriptions and tooltips. I also Google things sometimes, like how to automate stuff. So this pack has a whole bunch of kind of intro quests to check off. So hey listen, hey listen, hey listen. So we got is that the Zelda reference? The little annoying fairy. If you see a quest icon, it means this is important. Stuff that can't be found in JEI. So I know a very popular streamer that I love his content, but it's very frustrating watching him not read the quest tips and the tool tips. And so they start us off in this void world because the beta testers kept dying in the overworld, which I think is hilarious and super true. Like if we look at what happens in the overworld, if you look at mobs like zombies can ride ponies, they have jump attacks, they have extra health, they can break blocks. Um, Skeletons have more health, they shoot faster, they can spawn as bosses. It's a nightmare over there. And that's about as far as I made it before I was like, oh, this will be fun to try to make content for. And I like the category of streams which are just low effort. I'm going to record what I do while I play. Maybe I'll pause it now and then to do some tactical stuff in between that's kind of boring. So FTB teams, we don't need this because we're not playing with any friends. Community, send the bug reports. I do know this pack has evolved a lot since it came out, with a lot of QL quality of life changes. So that's pretty sweet. Natural spawns don't happen in the void, so there's no hostiles in dark rooms. There's no passive spawning on grass. You have to manually summon creatures. Keybinds. I've played with my keybinds a little bit. We'll probably keep playing with them as we go. Library chisel. So you can chisel books into other manuals. That's kind of cool. Alt mine. So those of you that are familiar with FTB, this is their vein miner. Those of you that are not, this is the vein miner. They have blacklisted ore veins and logs. But other than that, this is probably the single highest quality of life thing you can put in any mine pack, mod pack, which is ore vein miner. JEI. So I gotta remember some of these JEI is the godsend of all mod packs because it lets you look up recipes and fill them onto crafting tables. So R button or left click. There's also right click to see what, instead of how to craft something, what its recipe is, to see what items, recipes it's used in. So that's how I remember it, U or right click. I did put my back button onto my back button. The OR tags is super useful, and I think there's a setting in JEI to change some of those things. So I don't want cheat mode on. I think it might be this. Let's check our search options. Yeah, we want to make sure that OR dictionaries enabled. This is off by default. I don't know if I need resource ID. I don't see it. I know in some mod packs there's like in gregtech you have, say, a hammer. Let's see if I can find one. Got these like Darmstadtium tools. And in JEI, they only show up as one of these. So like if I want to make a screwdriver, I only see one screwdriver in here, which is this guy, even though there's many different types of screwdrivers you can make. So I don't actually know what all the tiers are in terms of the metals, which I think is annoying and not intuitive. In other packs, you can split this out and force it to show things, but I haven't seen that happen in gregtech yet. But that probably just means I don't know how to do it, because wholly believe they're smarter than I am. All right, so back to looking at our quests. This one I forget you can hit shift twice to search quests. So we're just going to focus strongly on this starting quest line. I don't like that you can't actually read what it says here, but it says the safe space. These are all cute because they're all named space stuff. The safe space, the less safe space, definitely not space, space. Um, so we start off in the void. We've got our kind of classic skyblock start. We're given this transmutation table. It doesn't have any transmutation recipes to begin with, but we have this tome of knowledge that when you insert into the table, I shift click here, unlocks literally everything. I don't have a lot of UMC in my table, so I can't see it all yet. But big deal, big deal. And that's why this is like literally the first quest here. Put your thing in the table. When you complete quests, you get food, pretty normal. I love quests. I'm just going to put this in the table too, why not? If you accidentally unlearn something from the table like that, you can either just put it right back in or remake the book. I don't even think that removed it from the table. All right, so twerking to get trees. Because we have alt mine, oh, we also have a lunchbox. The lunchbox is pretty sweet, so I'm gonna, oh, it comes with some food. I'm gonna put my starting food in here. Note this note here. So diminishing returns start after eating any food 10 more times, and I forget which mod adds this, but it means I have to cycle through eating different foods because if I eat the same food too many times, I get less and less nutrients from it. So I don't get as much hunger, I don't get as much saturation. I'm going to alt mine the leaves on this tree. That should give me the oak sapling, which will give me that quest progress. The world is my whatever. Um, Basically, it wants me to make, you can see some of my favorited stuff from my previous run through there. But essentially, this wants me to make tools. So I need flint, I need stone. I'm going to get the flint axe right away, which then I'm going to put that back in there. I'm pretty sure the stone is just cobblestone, so you can search through this buddy. Yep, there we go. Gotta make the axe head. So we get these rudimentary tools to begin with. They absolutely suck. They are so annoying. Said I could chisel stuff, so I might be able to chisel. And what are we gonna do? We're gonna right-click these to get some planks. Should be the last time we ever need to get planks. And we want to kind of bum rush this item called the water wheel. All right. Next thing, that right-clicking gives me oak bark, which I can turn into torches, which are kind of expensive, and some oak wood planks. I think I need 8 oak wood plants, so I'm definitely gonna have to do that again. But before we do that, I want to get something called flint shears, which requires a little more gravel. Let's see, how many do I need? 6. Because please let me do the good stuff. All right, we'll grow that into a tree, and then we will alt mine the leaves, and the leaves have an EMC value of 16, so I can bring those over, toss those in here, and now I get tons and tons of EMC, and I can do whatever I want. All right, so let's go back to our quest log, see what we got to do next. I got to keep pulling stuff from here, so I need pickaxe, shovel. Gonna get a whole bunch of gravel. I just make stacks of flint at a time because I know I'm gonna need all of it. All right, so what can I do? I can make a pickaxe head. I don't know how to make a shovel. Okay, straight up and down. Got it. What? Okay, so wasn't expecting that, but why not? All right, so that quest is complete. I do have a quest over here. Oh, making flint blocks. All right, let me take this phone call from my wife upstairs, I assume. All right, sorry about that. There, my headset turned off while I attended to that. So my 9-week-old daughter will now be joining us. She is strapped to my chest. I have turned on NVIDIA's broadcast AI, which hopefully will mute her. Um, she's being cooperative now. She had to burp, so, if you ever think your life is terrible, remember that you can fart and burp on demand. She cannot. All right, so we handed in this rudimentary tool quest. It gave us this flint block. I'm gonna hit my U button to see what it's used in. So this water-powered saw blade, this is why we're here. This is what we want. We want to make the water-powered saw so that we never have to chop wood again. And I guess we'll use it later to make this condenser. And that's it. That looks like, oh, okay. I didn't know we could do that. I guess we'll take the other 14 of them and turn them into flint. I'll probably just throw them into the void. They're not very useful. So, all right, what do we need for this water-powered saw? We can make, we need a crafting table, right? Crafting table, numero uno. Slap that there. Make the saw blade. I need all this stuff, so I need more stuff. I need wood. Do I need 8 wood? It looks like I need 8 wood. And now you might be thinking, oh, Kenshin, you don't have any saplings. Well, we can EMC ourselves sapling. It's fine. It's cost effective. Notice when I use this right click to strip the bark and then break them into planks, that it costs me food. That's why all of our early quest rewards are food. I wonder what these are. I want to make a mental note of different foods as we go along because I know that we're going to need to make our own food probably before we leave the void. The void. All right, then we will twerk the tree. A lot of skyblocks have tree twerking. The tree twerking in this pack is really great because it is not hard. It's very fast. Now I'm going to use my lunchbox. The lunchbox automatically picks the best food to give you based off of how much food you need and which foods you've eaten last. Alright, so that should be good. We have our 8 wood. That also gives us our next quest apparently. Gives us sweet potato souffle. Wait, speed run. If you beat. So I guess this is how long it takes you to get out of the void. 28 minutes. We are already 15 minutes into this recording, so we're not beating that. What are you doing? Definitely going to do that. So this, because if I only knew how physics worked, I could melt ice into water if I had a magic block that provided me with ice. Since we don't have a bucket, we can actually get ice and move that around and break it to create water blocks. Coagulated plant ball, the wood barber. So it does want me to make more shears. I am going to do that just because we need them. But the quest tip here is nice because True Expert min-maxes EMC, and that's a really strong hint to use the shears to get leaves to put them into the table. All right. So I need to make 4 of those. This thing. Excellent. Okay, now I never have to chop a tree again. I think I can. Yeah, I can. I can now. So I'm going to skip to the flint tools now. And hopefully never have to use this stupid hatchet again. In fact, I'm just going to throw it into the void. Goodbye. Screw that. Screw these guys too. But what's really nice about the plain hatchet, as we will see in a second, hopefully. Oh, here, I'll just get a stack of these. Is that when I chop down a tree, it'll break the whole tree. So that's why there's no vein mining for logs, but if you use a, I don't know if it has to be a gregtech axe or not, but if you use a real axe, it'll chop the whole tree down. All right, so we're just going to do that a couple times to get some leaves to fill up our EMC with, and to get logs so that we can make wood. All right, that's good enough. What's nice about the alt line is the alt line doesn't use hunger saturation to break stuff, so we don't starve while we're vein mining trees. All right, you can get obsidian from this, which is nice. You can also get another table. I think you can turn the table into a tablet using alchemy, so we'll want to get there. We have portable tabling. All right, so we have this. We want ice. We'll take a stack of. Want a place to put that. Let's see. I'm gonna get a chisel and some cobble, and we can start building out our platform. So we do live in the void. We're probably gonna need more space. This cyan terracotta we actually need for a quest down here. I am very embarrassed to admit that I forgot this was on the ground. I was trying to craft it. Took me like an hour to figure it out. And I knew it. I made a mental note when I started playing that it was there. Let's see, which of these do I like for floor? I like the Celtic. Celtic? Like the Prism. I don't know what cuts is. We're just going to commit. We're just going to go with the Celtic. And what's really kind of silly about the chisel is that after you use it, you can put it back into the table to get all your EMC refunded. All right, so I'm just going to fill this in for now. Oops. We'll use my rudimentary pickaxe. I don't know why they have me craft all of these because I'm never using these. I'm gonna turn them into real flint tools long before I use them for other stuff. This does have all the quality of life building mods in it. So when it's the first one, inventory tweaks, I think. My inventory will magically refill itself as needed. So when I ran out there, it just plopped out the new one. I do think there's a keybind you have to change. So I like to middle click to sort my inventory. There's also the R button by default will sort your inventory like that, which conflicts with JEI. So every time you look up an item with the R button, it will sort your inventory. So highly recommend changing that keybind. If you don't know how to change keybinds, if you go to controls, you can search by key and look for conflicts. You can also search by category if you want to look by a certain mod or vanilla element. All right, so let's make a space off over here for all of our building crafting stuff. If you look under here, you can see underneath the center platform, there's more blocks. So there's actually bedrock down there, which we'll need. And there's a extra utilities angel block, which is a block you can place in the middle of the air. Which sounds cool, and then you realize you get some cool wands that can also do that. I don't know why you bother. Alright, let's see. We do get a building wand later once we unlock alchemy, which is not super far off. Again, I've only played through part of this void section. Alright, so the water wheel has some tricks to it. You want a bunch of these, but not that many. Like a stackish. Alright, just gonna soothe my baby real quick. How you doing, baby? You got a burp? You got a burp? I'm gonna pause while I do this. Alright, baby soothed. Shouldn't need that much soothing. I'm gonna extend this one more this way. So our goal here is to automate the water saw so that we can use it by just putting blocks into a chest and letting the chest handle that. We have these hoppers that we can make, but they use planks, so we're going to make the saw first, use it a little bit, and then attach the planks to it. So I need to build it backwards. So I want like a chest, let's say chest here to output into. So there'll be a hopper here. I want the water block here, I think. The saw on top of it. And let's see how that goes. And let's put some stuff on there. All right, yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Perfect. Okay. So this thing's pretty neat. You have the water block under. It is directional, so if you're trying this at home and it's not working, you might need to rotate it. I don't think that's going to affect this, but it does affect which end you feed items into. Like if I put a hopper on this, the hopper has to go on this end. It can't go on this end. Which, as I said, is our game plan here. And then we're going to use micro blocks to contain this source water. And this I'm actually taking directly from this visual guide to automating the water saw. So some of the content here has really, really nice YouTube videos. Here's a really quick way to do this thing you want to do. All right, so now we're going to make 2 of these. I'm going to make 2 of these. I want... I don't know what that did. Logistics. Hopper. Okay. I'm not going to pick that up yet because I don't want that. To here. So I want this basic work table. And I actually want a couple of these. Oh no. Oh, I threw it into the void, didn't I? There's somewhere out there, there's some commenter, YouTube viewer that's like, shouldn't have done that, Kenshin. Should not have thrown that into the void. Alright. So I'm going to make 2 of these because... Then what do? I put pickaxe, hatchet, shovel. Because one of these will use lava, one of these will use... I wonder if I can... I'm going to put a gap here in the hope that... And what's the other thing I need? I need a hammer, right? Okay, have it saved. Yeah, I do. Alright. Do I have cobble? I do. So I'll just make a bunch of these. And then this gives me a toolbox as a reward. And so the toolbox is part of this artisan work table mod, but you can put it down and you can stick tools in it. And apparently, if you put it between 2 chests, they'll share it. So now when I want to craft things here, I can pull tools from here. So the way that this weird table works is there are recipes like, I'm going to get rid of that one, the chest that you make in the basic work table, and they use some kind of tool to craft them. So in this case, I need saws, which I should be able to make one. I ran out of sticks there, but sticks have EMC, so you can actually just pull sticks out of your transmutation table. Super easy. I'm going to make a bunch of these. I don't like that you can't make items in your... Alright, how many of these do I want? Let's make 8. You can't make regular crafting 3x3 recipes on the basic work table. You have to make them through the other stuff. Alright, and then I want 2 chests. I don't have the wood to make 2 chests, but whatever. I do want one of these. And I have to figure out what micro block I want to use to line my wood. I'll probably use some kind of chiseled cobblestone. That feels right. Maybe orange. Do I have orange? I do have orange cobble. Alright, so I'm going to take one of these. And if you've never used micro blocks before, they are super cool. So we're going to take our orange cobblestone. I don't think I can chisel it into anything cool. I think this is a chiseled cobblestone already. Yeah, it is. And what I'm going to do with it, I hope, is cut it down into various sizes. So every time you put something under here, it'll shave it in one dimension. If you put it in the other one, it'll shave it in the other dimension. So these strips are the smallest size block I can make, but they're really nice because now I can put them on the ground in the surrounding blocks to contain this. I think I can cut these down further too. Yeah, I can make nooks. So if I was really intent on it, I could fill in this corner to make it look nice and contained there. Doesn't like this because of a reason. The water needs to flow. I guess I have to pick one of these up. I'll use baby while we think about this. I'm thinking about the aesthetic here. So yeah, I'll just pull it forward one. So we'll put this here, put that there. Break that. Oh, it doesn't like flowing that way. All right. I guess we'll put it back this way then. Notice I can't put it on the inside block here. I think if I use it, nope, not go faster. Okay, we'll put that one back. Baby. My daughter likes to be bopped while she sits here. Alright, so we're going to put this here. Going to put this here. One here. Chest. Did I only make one chest? I think I only made one chest. Alright, alright, and we're back. So I don't know if you guys have babies out there or not, but my baby likes to eat and then kind of not do anything, and then a half hour later she wants to be burped. Alright, so we have our final chest here. We're going to put that top of this, bada boom. And we'll get one more chest because I think I'm going to make a lot of wood. So if I put these in here, unfortunately what's going to happen is they're going to go, and bam, they get stuck. So what we do to stop this or make this better for ourselves is we're going to put a water block here. And we're going to force it. Is this going to open? We'll do that again. To go onto this thing. So now what's going to happen is wood, theoretically, let's go test it. Perhaps that way. Wood. This one. That goes in here, goes into the top. Gets put onto that thing. Pops up, gets flowed into that, gets sucked into here. There we go. That goes up. So now we can automatically turn our oak logs into planks using this thing. I don't think there's any use for oak bark besides making torches, so I'm just going to make 12 torches. Now, because mobs don't spawn in the overworld, I don't need to worry excessively about illuminating everything. The torches are mostly for my sake. I know that streamer I like to watch hates rain, so might worry about that later. This seems like a good stopping point though, so I'm gonna narrate a lot, which I think will slow down the pack. I probably could have built this off screen and then resumed and explained how it works, but I like using the microstrips to control the water. I think it looks nicer than covering this whole thing in giant blocks. So we'll pick up again next time, where I guess we'll make some water coolers and some plant balls. Maybe we'll break the saw just so I don't know, so that we can. Which I'm just gonna put it backwards in it. Nope. Nope, did not do what I wanted it to. One more time. There. Next time we'll set up some strainers, probably get some food going, make these plant balls. What? How did I not get this? Alright, see you later.